Hope all of you are doing well. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Aliza, and today I'm going to talk about a number system. Well, number system includes natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, real numbers, even natural numbers, odd natural numbers, and prime number. So I'm going to talk individually about each of this number and what do they mean in particular. Okay, so let's get started with the natural number. So let me drag it up right here. And there we go. Well, natural numbers are generally used for counting purposes. Okay. So natural numbers includes, it gets started with 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Well, the first and the smallest number in a natural number is 1. Any natural number, it can be obtained by adding 1 to its previous number, okay? And there are infinite number of natural numbers, like it's getting started from 1, it can continue till infinity. So there are infinite number of natural numbers. So all such counting numbers are called natural numbers, which get started from 1, which is the first and the smallest number, and it can continue till infinite numbers. So that is what natural number is all about. Now, let's go to whole numbers. Okay, let me drag it up right here. So what is whole number? Whole number is a natural number together with 0. It forms the whole set of natural number. And whole number is written as W in short form. It is abbreviated as W. So the whole number gets started with 0. So the smallest number is 0 in whole number. Whereas in a natural number, the smallest number is 1. So in whole number, the number gets started with 0 and thereby it continues 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on till infinite. So each number is 1 more than the previous number. Each number is 1 more than the previous number. Okay, so that is how we get whole numbers. Now again, defining it once more, the whole number are the natural numbers together with 0. So that forms the whole set of whole numbers. Okay, moving on to the next one. So moving on to the integer, which is generally abbreviated as Z or I. Okay, so what are integers? Integers, they are actually a group of number which contains the negative part, the 0, and the positive part. Well, the positive part, I would like to say it contains natural numbers, it contains a 0, and it contains all the negative numbers. So integers are represented by generally Z or I. So maybe it can continue till infinite values on the right side and on the left side. Let me take -4, -3, -2, -1, a 0, 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and so on. So you have infinite number of values on the left side and infinite number of values on the right side. So the positive numbers are continuing and the negative numbers are also continuing. So basically integers are a group of numbers which contains the negatives, the negative part of the natural number. It contains the 0 and it also contains the positive part of the natural numbers or the natural numbers. Okay, so the 0, let's talk about the 0 over here. The 0 over here, the 0 is neither a positive number, it's nor a negative number. You cannot put a positive sign in front of a 0, nor can you put a negative sign in front of a 0. And thereby, it is called a neutral number. right? So just to give a recap, like natural numbers and whole numbers, they were infinite numbers, right? Even the integers, they have infinite number of numbers towards the negative side. They have infinite numbers towards the negative side, and they have infinite numbers towards the positive side. So we cannot say that we have a largest value or a smallest value. But in natural numbers, we can definitely say that yes, we do have a smallest value, which is equal to 1. In a whole number, we can say yes, we do have a smallest value, which is equal to 0. But neither natural numbers or whole numbers has a greatest value because it has got infinite numbers on the positive side. Whereas in integers does not have any smallest value, unlike natural numbers and whole numbers. Integers doesn't have any smallest value, neither it does have any largest value. Okay, so that is about the integers. Now, let's move on to the real numbers. What are real numbers? Let me drag it out from here. Let me see if I can fit in this page. Otherwise, I have to erase the top part. Okay, never mind. Well, the real numbers. Well, what are real numbers? Real numbers are those numbers which contains everything. Okay, it contains everything. It contains the negative numbers, it contains the positive numbers, it contains 0 as well as fractions. Okay, so we are moving step by step. First we had a natural number which had no 0. Next we had the whole number which had a 0. The third one which were integers which had 0, and it has the negative part. Now the real numbers are what? Real numbers has got the negative numbers, the positive numbers, the 0, as well as fraction parts. Okay, so I would definitely like to add that integers contain the negatives of natural number, negatives of natural number. It has the 0 and the natural numbers as well. Okay, and the real numbers also consist of fraction. So negative, 0, positive numbers as well as fraction. It contains everything. So to be precise on that, negative 10, negative 2, negative or maybe a 3, let's write a positive 3, 7, 0, etc., etc. They are integers. They are definitely integers because they have negative numbers, but they are also real numbers. Okay, was I able to elucidate myself? Was I clear on this part? So negative 3, negative 2, 3, 7 and 0, etc., etc. They are all real numbers because real numbers consist of negative numbers. 0, this is a 0, the positive numbers and the fractional part. So the negative numbers are integers as well as real numbers. Let's write a new set of numbers. The new set of numbers would be maybe negative 3.4. We have negative 2.5 or maybe half, and we have 4.7. We have a mixed fraction 5 2/3. We have another fraction 12.5, etc., etc. So these are all real numbers. Okay, these are all real numbers because it consists of the negative values, it consists of the positive values, it consists of fractions and everything. So these are all real numbers. Well, now to be precise on that, these are not integers. Okay, these are not integers because everything over here, the one which I have written here, it's either in fraction or in decimal. So these set of numbers are not integers. They are all real numbers. But this set this set, what we have written over here, they are all integers as well as real numbers. Okay? Well, now I come to the next part. So let me erase everything out from here. So we have learned about natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, real numbers. The next one which I shall be describing is, let me erase this off real quick. There we go. And okay. So the next part is even numbers. Well, what are even numbers? Even numbers are numbers which are generally divisible by 2 and they exist in pairs. Okay, so how can you even detect an even number? In an even number, all the number ends with any number that ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So even number ends with this number, okay, either a 0 or a 2 or a 4, 6 or 8. So you have to look at the ones place. I have a super big number with me, 7, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 2, 3, 8 and a 0. Okay, so I have this super big number with me and I ask you that can you please tell me whether this number is odd or even, this whole number in a group. Suppose you have so many candies, which is impossible, I know, but just to take an example, you have so many candies and I ask you, hey friend, do you have an even number of candies or an odd number of candies? Well, what do you do in that case? It's not possible to divide it with 2, or in case it is possible, it's going to take a long time because even number are divisible by 2. What to do in that case? You look at the ones place, okay? So this is the ones place. You check the number which is at the ones place. If the number in the ones place is divisible by 2, then the whole number is divisible by 2. Well, we have 0 in the ones place and 0 is exactly divisible by 2, right? So this whole set of number is divisible by 2 and that is an even number, okay? Even number exists in groups. It pairs up with the other number. So let me give you an example of that as well. If I say, can you tell me whether 8 is an even number or not? Let's draw 8 candies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Okay? So let's pair them up. One group, one group, one group, and the last group. We do not have any extra candies remaining behind. When we do not have any extra candies remaining behind, that is called an even number, okay? And therefore 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, they are all even numbers. Now let's go to odd numbers, which are generally written as O. Odd numbers. Odd numbers are not divisible by 2. So let's write the odd numbers. Odd numbers ends with 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, let's find out how each of these single digit number are odd numbers. Let's take for example 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have a 7. Okay, we have 7 candies. Now we are going to pair them up. This one, this one, this one. Oh, look here. We have one unattended candy over here, one extra candy right here. So when there is an extra candy remaining behind, you say that this whole set is odd number. So there are 7 candies. So 7 is an odd number. Now let's take for instance a super big number as we took for the even number, okay? So we are going to take a super big number and going to find out how is it odd or even. 72385, 52325. Okay, so I have this number for you and I ask you, hey, you have so many candies, can you please tell me whether this number is odd or even? Oh yes, we can definitely tell whether this number is odd or even by looking at the ones digit. Okay, by looking at the ones place, we see that we have a 5 and 5 is an odd number. So definitely this whole group which is acting as a group over here, this whole number is odd. Okay, so there we go, and we come to the last one, which is the prime number, right? So let me bring that up over here. And prime number is generally written as P, okay? That is the short form. It is generally written as P. So what are prime numbers? Prime numbers are natural number that is greater than 1, okay? All prime numbers, they are always greater than 1. And it is divisible only by itself and by 1. Let's take for example 7. Okay, 7 is a prime number. So 7 is divisible by itself, which gives us 1. And 7 is also divisible by 1, which gives us a 7. Okay, that is a prime number. Now, can you tell me whether 14 is a prime number or not? Let's check. 14 is divisible by 14. Oh yes, of course, that is also divisible by itself. It gives us 1. 14 is divisible by 1 as well. That gives us a 14. But 14 is also divisible by 2, which gives us a 7. 14 is also divisible by 7, which gives us a 2. Thereby, 14 is not a prime number. Okay? 14 is not a prime number. But the example of 7, which we did take, that is a prime number. 2 is the smallest prime number, and 2 is the only even number in the set of prime numbers. So I'm just going to write down few prime numbers. So there are infinite number of prime numbers: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, and so on. Okay, so I have written the prime numbers from 1 till 20. You can definitely find out the numbers which are greater than 20. So our chapter ends with the prime numbers. You already have an idea about what are natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, real numbers, natural even numbers, natural odd numbers, and prime numbers. Okay. Well, friends, if you have any question, you can definitely drop your query in the comment section, and I will be more than pleased to reply you back. I really appreciate your support and help, and I wish you good rest of the day. Thank you so much. Bye.